Jeffries.
Obviously, you and Leader Schumer have been on the same page when it comes to this government shutdown issue, but you are not on the same page when it comes to endorsing the Democratic nominee, Zoran Mamdani, for mayor in New York. Does this show a rift in the Democratic Party that the two Democratic leaders here in Congress are not in agreement on endorsing the Democratic nominee in New York?
No.
We're talking about now potentially more than 40 million people that are not going to get their SNAP benefits, and thousands of federal workers who are going to miss their second paycheck now. At some point, does the pain from the shutdown, at the very least, match pain from people having to pay higher premiums if these subsidies are not there?
We want to reopen the government and do it immediately. And Donald Trump needs to instruct his employees here in the Capitol, that would be Mike Johnson and John Thune. They work for Donald Trump. They don't work for the American people. In fact, Donald Trump is the one who recently said, "I'm the president and the Speaker of the House." This is extraordinary stuff. Like, Donald Trump is openly mocking Republican leaders. We can find a path forward, but it's not going to come from Republicans in the House and the Senate at the leadership level. It's got to come from the Trump administration saying the American people have had enough of this Republican shutdown, have had enough of the refusal to deal with the healthcare crisis. As Marjorie Taylor Greene has indicated, this is a Republican healthcare crisis and they refuse to do anything about it. She can't find their healthcare plan. We can't find their healthcare plan because it doesn't exist. So all of this pain that's being visited upon the American people by Donald Trump and Republican policies needs to end. And we're saying we remain ready, willing, and able to find that bipartisan path forward to ending it and addressing the needs of the American people. Very early on, like when we came back to Congress after the August district work period, Democrats in the House and the Senate, we were very clear. We want to enact a spending agreement that's bipartisan, but it has to meet the needs of the American people in terms of their health, public safety, and economic well-being, particularly as it relates to driving down the high cost of living. That shouldn't be too difficult to find common ground on if Republicans were actually serious, but they're not. And that's what we've seen from Republicans over the last 29 days. Thanks. You got it.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. Some of your Democratic colleagues have said that they will be deferring their paychecks during the shutdown as federal employees, congressional staff, Capitol Police go without pay. As October comes to a close, what have you decided to do with your paycheck this month?
I'll have more to say about that shortly, but this is an issue that I expect we'll discuss at the WIP meeting tomorrow. Thanks. You got it.
You had a big setback this morning in Maryland, redistricting. How do you plan to overcome opposition from the state Senate president?
So Governor Moore has been very clear that Maryland is prepared to respond, as we've seen in multiple other states across the country in just the last few days, to the Trump Republican effort to rig the midterm elections. And it's my expectation, based on my conversations with Governor Moore, my conversations with leadership in the Maryland General Assembly, and my conversations certainly with the Maryland congressional delegation, that the state of Maryland knows what the stakes are, understands the assignment, and as we are seeing in multiple other states, beginning with California, will respond aggressively and appropriately in short order.
Thank you, Mr. Leader. Senator Fetterman has been critical of Dems' opposition to the CR. We're starting to see some cracks in your conference too, where Josh Gottenheimer has said